This is Taya Graham reporting for the Real News Network in Baltimore City, Maryland. More turmoil for the Baltimore City Police Department and a profound parting message from its former spokesman. They gathered outside City Hall to send a message. Protesters demanding that Baltimore stop inserting gag orders into police brutality settlements.
It's over and over and over again and getting away with it. I think the chickens are ready to come home to roost.
A policy they say used public funds to silence critics.
A bigger problem than what we're saying. You're allowing yourselves each and every day to walk out your front door thinking you're being protected by the people that you're giving your tax money to, who's killing us every day.
And another aspect of a police department already under federal consent decree, still shrouded in secrecy. But the conflict over the gag orders is just one of several controversies now embroiling the troubled law enforcement agency. Earlier this week, the department's top spokesperson, T.J. Smith, resigned. We spoke to him via phone, and he said the department is plagued with infighting and dysfunction. I don't want to get tied up in pointless rumors and innuendo for people's political gain, he told us. But he also said Baltimore's heavy emphasis on law enforcement is misguided. Policing is necessary, but to make that the focal point of a city like Baltimore is, in my opinion, an epic failure and a recipe for failure. These communities have been plagued by the same social ills for far too long. I know this, and most people know this is so far beyond policing. Besides the Justice Department report, which found the department engaged in unconstitutional and racist tactics, the recent gun trace task force scandal involving 8 officers who stole money from residents and dealt drugs continues to haunt the department.
These are the kind of things that we as a council are pressing the department on, but we don't have the authority to do anything else but press.
City Councilman Brandon Scott says he has grown frustrated with a department that seems immune to reform.
That's why our level of frustration is so high, especially when folks don't want to change the state law and change it so we can have more authority, because where the rubber meets the road, we're the ones that are constantly getting this information, constantly discovering these things, constantly pressing for the change, but we have no power to change it.
But he does have a solution: real civilian oversight. Scott has proposed a board with elected residents to run the police department. An idea, he says, is the first step towards real change.
The chair of that board will be a citywide elected compensated official that the citizens are directly can hold them accountable, in addition to some appointees who will oversee that person who's the law enforcement. This is a process that's done in Los Angeles, it's done in Kansas City, in St. Louis, in Detroit.
Which for him and for protesters was the point. Reforming a department so that it is responsive to the people it purports to serve. This is Taya Graham and Stephen Janis reporting for the Real News Network in Baltimore City, Maryland.